Hey everyone, Amanda here with eBike Reviews and Adventures, and this morning I was looking at this Mooncool CG2 Roadcruiser, and he looks a little naked. Let's get him dressed. So Mooncool happily sent us some accessories to place on our Mooncool CG2 Roadcruiser. There's some assembly instructions. I love the QR codes so I can use my phone if I absolutely need to. That'll make my life easier. Go straight to the instructions. Alright, so I'm gonna open this up, kind of give you guys an idea of packaging. Alright guys, so here he is, the Mooncool CG2 Roadcruiser, all dressed up. Doesn't he look handsome? Now what you don't know is he was kicking and screaming the whole time. So I have a couple things that I wanted to point out. I did assemble this off camera. Dad stepped away from his staycation for about 30 minutes to help me assemble these accessories on the Mooncool. And we came across a couple of problems. We are going to send an email to Mooncool to address those problems so that future buyers will not encounter those same problems and to help Mooncool improve their product. So let me go ahead and start at the front here. So you can see we put on this front basket. This was the only thing that we didn't have any issues with. It took us a second to kind of figure out where we were going to stick these front wires so they aren't in the way. But let me just demonstrate for you guys really quick. I have no problems whatsoever turning the handlebars back and forth. Over here, you see we have these safety, I don't even know what to call these. We didn't have any instructions and there's no names for these different accessories, so I'm kind of just, I don't know. I'm gonna call this a shield, like this is like a shield to shield little kids that are sitting up here from getting their little feetsies caught inside and ending up getting hurt. So when we placed this footboard right here, we did encounter a problem because if you look here, on this side and this side, we needed bolts and we needed nuts to screw the footboard into the frame of the bike. I'm gonna come over here. It's kind of hard to see with everything that's going on, but so the disc brake here was in the way of the bolt, trying to put the bolt in. I had to put the bolt in from this side, from the inside of the frame, because the way the hole is set up, there was no other way to stick the nut on. So the bolt fits all the way through the frame, through this hole, and then on the other side is where we placed the nut. So yeah, this disc brake was absolutely in the way, so we had to remove the what's it called? I'll write a description in the video. But we had to remove these on either side axle nuts I think they're called axle nuts. I'll have to double check because that's what's holding the axle for the wheel in place. So we had to take these off on both sides and kind of remove the rear wheel just so that I could stick a bolt in on the inside of the bike frame and then inside this footboard right here. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. So just so you guys are aware, you will need a second person to help you assemble the footboards. Now, there were no instructions for this. I guess this is technically called like a cage. You can use this cage so that when a child sits here, they have a little bit more support. They can grab onto this with their hands, or if they get jostled around a little bit back and forth, they might be bumping into this rather than just taking a tumble and hurting themselves. So this cage actually took a few different tries because it comes with these two different brackets. There's this one and this one that is actually curved. I didn't know which bracket was supposed to go on which side. So I tried both ways. I tried sticking the bracket on the inside rather than sitting on the outside. And then the same with this one. You can't really see it now because it's hidden by this little seat cushion, but I had this on the outside, and then at one time I had it on the inside, and then at one time I had the brackets switched where this angled bracket was sitting over here and this straight up and down bracket was over here. So it was a lot of guesswork trying to figure out how it was supposed to look. We actually were able to find a picture online and we tried to go based off of that. It wasn't perfect. So here I'm going to talk about the next issue. So depending on the size of the rider, if you're a taller individual and you're riding this e-bike, you will want to adjust your saddle so it is sitting above the cage. But then if you are a shorter rider, you'll have to adjust the saddle so it is sitting below the cage. And then the problem with that is you will not be able to adjust the saddle up and down. So hopefully there's just one rider riding on this bike. So right now it's actually adjusted so my dad can ride this bike, but if I wanted to ride this bike, I would have to take the entire cage off and then adjust the saddle down to my height and then put the cage back on. So it's a little tedious. It is what it is sometimes. So they aren't super major issues. It's just a couple of little problems that could be addressed, could be a little bit better to fix this up and improve this bike. So don't you guys fret, there is a way around it. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention when I pointed out this shield. I'm calling it a shield because that just sounds cool. It does come with these Velcro straps so that you can secure the shields in place. So that's pretty nifty. You don't have to go out and buy your own zip ties or straps or anything to put those shields in place. All right, so those are the new accessories that Mooncool came out with for the CG2 Roadcruiser. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big ol' thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and make sure that you hit that little bell and all notifications so you never miss an adventure. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.